Welcome to the Arrington Gavin Show. Real talk, big opinions, and fearless conversations. From the front lines of politics to the latest in pop culture. From breaking sports headlines to the stories that move the world. Nothing's off limits, and nobody's holding back. Arrington Gavin is here to break it down, build it up, and keep it all the way real. So turn it up, lean in, and let's get into it. This is the Arrington Gavin Show.
What is happening? What is happening? What is happening? What is happening, family and friends? Welcome to the Arrington Gavin Show, your go-to spot for sharp insights, bold opinions, and unfiltered takes on the biggest stories of the day. Whether it's politics, sports, pop culture, or the latest buzz, look, we're diving deep and keeping it real. So do me a favor, kick back, stay informed, and get ready to join the conversation. My friends, on today's conversation, we're gonna talk a little bit about some politics. We're gonna talk a little bit about some sports news, and we're also gonna try, if we have time, Laura willing, we're gonna throw in some entertainment news as well. Of course, you know, with so much stuff happening on Capitol Hill under this new administration, shakeup happening in the Trump administration. No surprise, because we were all expecting somebody's not going to stay for long, or at least witness a cluster in front of our eyes, which we have been since the start of this administration. In addition to that, we're going to also talk about some politics happening in the state of Virginia. I don't know if you've been tuning in, because, you know, we have a lot of governor races, large statewide elections happening. And what's interesting is we're seeing division occur in front of our eyes, not just on the left, because I've spoken about it many a times, with the progressive, versus the establishment Democrats. And then we have on the right, we're kind of witnessing the same thing. Obviously, MAGA is a party of its own, right? You have the establishment Republicans, and then you have some moderates that's like, okay, you know, the center left that's like, wait a minute, what's happening here? So I don't know if y'all heard about it, but in recent news, there was a shakeup happening in the lieutenant governor race happening in the state of Virginia. So we're going to talk about it here on the show. Also, rapper Houston native in Texas, you know, popular Texas rapper Slim Thug recently had shared his thoughts on what the NFL, all right, what NFL owners, what needs to be known, what needs to be seen, you know, start your own league. I'm tired of seeing the lack of black owners in the NFL. And so he shared his take, and I still want to continue this conversation because I'm not sure if I had the moment to share with you on the previous show, but I wanted to have some time with you today to share about it. But we're going to talk about a lot. We're going to talk about a lot today here on the Arrington Gavin Show. Again, thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule, the listeners, the viewers out there, 1 hour of your time to tune in to the program, to have a great conversation with your homie, your boy. I'm your guy, Arrington Gavin, here to give it to you straight shot, no chaser, right? No sugarcoating, none of that BS. No, we're going to have a real deep dive conversation on all that's occurring within our nation, in our neighborhoods, and just around the world, in all reality. So multiple ways, do me a favor, multiple ways you can tune into the program. You can tune in by checking us out by streaming us on YouTube at the Arrington Gavin Show, as well as on our Rumble platform. You can check us out from there as well. You can also watch us on the Goatverse TV app. If you haven't downloaded it yet, please do so. It's available on the App Store, Google Play Store, Roku, as well as Amazon Fire. It's an amazing app, amazing network, independent network that's growing. I'm honored to be a part of that network. I also want to shout out our listeners in the New Orleans area. Listen to us via WBOK 12:30 a.m. New Orleans. So shout out to our listeners that's currently tuning into the program again by listening to us on WBOK 1230 AM. What New Orleans is talking about. You can tune into the program Monday through Fridays at 7 p.m. Central Time. All right. Again, Monday through Fridays at 7 p.m. Central Time. Also, I want to shout out our listeners in the Metro Atlanta area by way of WDJY 99.1 FM Straight Talk. You can tune into the program Monday through Fridays at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So again, thank you for those who continue to support and tune in. And look, if you happen to just check us out via podcast, well, guess what? You can check us out on we're available on all major podcast platforms, wherever you get your podcast, Spotify, Apple, iHeartRadio, Odyssey, the whole 9 yards. You can tune in to the program by way of that as well. And lastly, because I want to make sure I get everything said before the show, you're on social media. If you are not, well, you need to get onto it. If you are, then what are you waiting for? Please follow us on social media. The Arrington Gavin Show, available on Instagram, Blue Sky, X, formerly known as Twitter, Twitter. And also you can subscribe to our Substack, where I get to I kind of call it my open diary, right? A lot of news occurs at every single second, not even a moment, but every single second something new happens, and I don't have the time to share about it on a 1 hour program, even though, hey, 5 days a week, but I don't have the time to share about it on a 1 hour program. So what I do is I tend to share about it on social media, or I share about it on Substack. I'll give you my take, my opinion pieces on there. Got some great pieces up there, so please do me a favor, subscribe to our Substack if you haven't. Let's see. I think I've said it all. But I do want to shout out one of our proud supporters of the Arrington Gavin Show before we really get going with some stuff. Like our friends over at Priority Ford. That's right, our good friends over at Priority Ford. Looking to bring looking for the best deals on Ford vehicles. Well, guess what? At Priority Ford, they make your car buying experience smooth, easy, and exciting. From powerful trucks like the Ford F-150 to versatile SUVs like the Ford Explorer, they've got the perfect ride for your lifestyle. And with Priority for Life, you get complimentary oil changes, state inspections, and more for as long as you own your vehicle. Plus, they have financing options to fit every budget. So why wait? Let me tell you something. When it comes to these budgets, I like a good budget, because prices are going up. They're not going down. So I love that people can, work around a certain budget, especially if you're in need for a great vehicle. So again, why wait? Go ahead, visit Priority Ford by going online to www.priorityford.com. Again, that's priorityford.com. Your dream car is waiting. Priority Ford, where you always come first. I would like to thank Priority Ford for being a proud supporter of the Arrington Gavin Show. My friends, we're going to take a quick commercial break. Don't go anywhere. We have a lot more show for you here on the Arrington Gavin Show. Let's get it going. We're going to head to a quick commercial break. We'll come back. We have a lot more here on the Arrington Gavin Show.
Our risk from injury from a fall or car crash increases as we age. But getting older doesn't have to mean giving up on the activities you love. Take simple steps to avoid injuries, like doing activities that improve strength and balance. Get yearly eye and wellness exams, and talk to your doctor or pharmacist about the medicines you take. Also, tell your doctor if you've fallen or worry about falling. Learn more about aging without injury at cdc.gov/stillgoingstrong.
Jazera Learning Institute, LLC, is a hybrid learning center that strives to educate adults and children in all fields. During the day, we offer programs that are focused on developing students from pre-K to 12th grade, which includes tutoring, homeschool co-op, an after-school program, SAT, ACT prep, and many more engaging academic programs. Our adult education programs include workforce trainings, GED prep, life coaching, various seminars, and many more. Our vision is to train and educate in a positive way that will lead to a positive change in the world, one person at a time. For more information, visit us online at JazarinLearningInstitute.com or call us at 757-208-7407.
Become a man of distinction with Rugged Evolution Beard Care. Order our scented beard oils and beard balms to help you maintain and grow the perfect beard. Order today. Try our men's care products like the full body exfoliating cleansing bars, body wash, smooth stash, and more. Log on to our website or download our app to place your orders. Rugged Evolution Beard Care. We're your luxury but affordable men's care line. And remember,
Rugged is the new smooth.
Welcome back, my friends. Welcome back to the Arrington Gavin Show. I'm your guy, Arrington Gavin. Let's get it going with our fun fact of the day. You know, we love to always throw in a fun fact before we get going really into the I guess into the meat and potatoes of our conversations today. Give me 1 second as I wet my whistle. Okay, so fun fact. I don't know if y'all are aware of this. Guess which president happens to have the lowest approval rating for any president for their first 100 days in office. Give me a second as I bring it on there for you. Is it up yet? There we go. Let me go ahead and play this for you real quick.
News poll at 100 days job approval compared to other presidents. There you see the president at 44%, and you see his first term at 45% at this mark, the 100-day mark. We have other new polls that are revealing some concerns about the economy. Let's talk. If you look at our new Fox News poll at 100.
So it says here in a new Fox News poll shows that Trump has the lowest approval rating of any president at the 100-day mark. Yikes. Not turn out so good for a good old Don Trump, huh? But you know what's funny? Of course he disagrees. Of course he blasts Fox News, which I think is hilarious because he continues to dislike and talks about how he can't stand Fox News, yet they still continue to, kiss his what. I mean, that's what they do. That's the background that they go by. But what's interesting is, and I'll continue on going with this because this is kind of the start of our first conversation here. But so many folks are losing faith in Donald Trump, and a lot of them are, not folks on the left because they knew exactly who he was, but it's folks that voted for him. They're losing faith. So let me go ahead and read you this report by The Guardian. It says here that Americans, including Republicans, losing faith in Trump after new polls reveal. It says here that Americans, including Republicans, are losing faith in Donald Trump across a range of key issues, according to a polling released recently. One survey found a majority describing the president's second stint in the White House as scary. You think? Well, guess what? I pulled a few sound bites for you all. Just by, for those who are saying, hey, look, I'm a bit worried about this guy, right? Even though I voted for him, I'm a bit worried. Then you, of course, have your diehards that's saying, oh, it's fine. He's going to be fine. It's good. It's this, it's that. And I'm like, you're trying to avoid your pain, but it shows. Because, see, those diehards are always going to continue to say, oh, he's great for this. He's great for America. He's that. He's this. He was chosen by God. I mean, bleh. You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me. All right, let me go ahead and play this. This is from a lifelong Republican. This was actually reported on CNN. A lifelong Republican says prices increase have impacted her business. And guess what? She's not the only one. There's loads of folks who are being impacted right now with these increasing prices. Guess what? You vote for a guy because, hey, you want him to fix your economy. Yet you know what he gives you? He gives you the lowest approval rating, and it's not even 100 days yet. But let me go ahead and play the soundbite, and we'll talk on the other end.
I'll give him some time, and I'm hopeful, but I think that if he doesn't come through, he's going to have a lot of people turning on him.
You're feeding people, but to you, the more important thing is training people who have challenges.
Yes.
It's inspiring to spend time with Tamara Varga, and very instructive as we assess President Trump at the 100-day mark.
This is what I'm supposed to be doing. It fulfills my life and it blesses me.
She leads a nonprofit that employs 50 people with special needs, 2 food trucks and a sweet shop right now, and she's renovating a restaurant to employ even more. She's still a Trump supporter, and she's happy with a lot of what she sees, but she's worried about some big stuff close to home.
I'm worried about Medicaid and Medicare and Social Security. He did say that he wasn't going to cut them, that he was just going to find the waste, and I really hope that he sticks to that.
Why is that so important to you?
We need to take care of our people with disabilities and our elderly and those that depend on it. And they can't survive as it is right now, and we cannot cut.
Varga is a lifelong Republican, but is open now, she says, to backing some Democrats for local office. And while she still backs Trump, she says she sometimes agrees with friends who criticize him. And she says the president better be right when he says the economic pain caused by his tariff threats will disappear soon.
I'll give him some time, and I'm hopeful.
So here's my thing. She acknowledged 2 groups, the elderly and the disability. So last time if I can recall, do you remember Donald Trump mocking a disabled person? Okay, boom. Again, why do you vote for this guy? I don't know. Last thing I also checked is that I think he really does not like the elderly. I mean, the elderly is not what has put him in office. You have a good group of folks that's just ignorant, that not going to whatever he does. Oh, it's not gonna. Here's the thing: if you've noticed, a lot of the protesters are old, retired folks. I've just walked around just in the cities, just minding my business. I'm like, well, what protests going on? And it's all older folks. Why? Because they're worried about their Medicare. They're worried about their Social Security. So what I did, I've gathered up just some of his takes, some of his stances on Social Security. If I can, let's see here. So it says here that his position on Social Security and health insurance have been marked by a commitment to preserving benefits, coupled with policy proposals that could impact the financial stability of these programs. So first, let's talk about Social Security. President Trump has consistently pledged not to cut Social Security benefits, but in his campaign statements and official communications, he has emphasized his intent to protect the program. Now, for instance, in 2024, he stated as president, "I would not cut 1 penny from Social Security or Medicare." That's what he said. That's what he says. But here's the implications, though. Policy implications. Despite those assurances, some of Trump's proposed policies could inadvertently affect Social Security's financial health. Tax policy changes, okay. Proposals to eliminate taxes on Social Security benefits and certain income streams, such as tips and overtime, could reduce revenue streams that fund Social Security. All right. So that's one. You got with healthcare, the Affordable Care Act. Trump's already trying to get rid of that. He already expressed his desire to repeal and replace the ACC, criticizing it as ineffective. Has anyone ever said that it wasn't effective at all? It's only been him. See, Trump is about team of me, team of him and him alone. I mean, I don't understand why folks are all of a sudden now, oh, I'm so worried. Oh, I feel betrayed if this doesn't work out. I'm sorry, but this lady right here is saying, I'm still gonna, I'm still supporting him. I'm gonna press through. I think it's gonna do good. But if it affects those, I mean, come on, that's really gonna hurt my y'all. I've spoken with my conservative friends, okay? Even they will tell you, you know Trump is not conservative. All he's doing is just helping out his wealthy friends. It's all about tax cuts for him. The rest, he could care less. He can care less. All right. So for you to say, okay, I'm gonna support Donald Trump, I still, to this day, I still am shocked. Right. I personally can't believe he's back in the White House. Now, the reason why I just can't believe it is because the way his first term was, the way I couldn't imagine. But of course, I've already bashed the Democratic Party because they have shot themselves in the foot because they blew it during the elections. They blew it. It made it easy for him to win. They made it so easy for him to win. But again, folks need to stop acting surprised, especially those who voted for him, because sorry, but there were moments, there were what's the one I'm looking for? There was points during the campaign where it's like, oh, see, like you gotta catch those moments, you gotta catch those key moments where it's like, no, because you ignore them because you're all, again, Trump derangement syndrome. That happens on both sides. You're so distracted with in awe of who's in office and who he appoints, and you're distracted with all the bashing and the insults and whatnot. Like, it's insane. It is truly insane. So let me go ahead and share another soundbite for you all with folks who are going to continue to stand by him regardless. I mean, well, I would consider them the ones that's his ride or die. Let me go ahead and play you some of these folks who are Trump voters. These are Trump voters actually in the state of Michigan, and this is what they had to share with NBC's Shaq Brewster. Listen to this.
He's just a very, very funny man. You have to understand how he operates.
No president, nobody can come in and change things overnight.
I really believe that he's the one God's chosen.
Really very optimistic.
I know tariffs got everybody scared.
Tariffs, they don't scare me at all.
I'm willing, I think, to go through a little bit of initial pain.
We have to have some pain to have the gain.
I think that sometimes you have to go through a little bit of the fire to get to the end of the rainbow.
Nobody likes to pay more for anything. I don't. But in the long run, I think it's going to be good.
People are saying, oh, well, prices are going to go way up. We won't be able to do anything. Well, how was the last 4 years? My grocery bills were ridiculous. That was for no reason. This is for a good reason.
Even the great empires he's built in business, I trust that same savvy is going to be helping our country also.
My biggest issue is at the border, and he's killing it.
No open borders. The many millions running across the border. Now, if you look at it, the amount of documented people coming across the border, it's done in a very structured way.
It's just one of those things where you put yourself and you feel the empathy aspect of it, and you feel sort of when you see a kid being pulled, and you're like, man, is there another way we could have did that?
I'm just thrilled that they are getting rid of the criminals and illegal aliens.
I'm not sure that all of them are real bad criminals, but if you come here illegally, it still makes you a criminal.
I do believe that people are criminals and they're doing the wrong things. They should be taken out of our country. But some of the family stuff, I was wondering some ways we could have handled that a little bit differently.
He's just a very funny man.
I'm sick already. He's just a very funny man. Come on, you gotta love him. First of all, did y'all hear the brother say he was chosen by God? Why? Please don't bring God into this. Please don't bring God. don't bring God into this. Because let me tell you something. If he was chosen to show y'all what kind of a fool, this man is, to say, hey, look, I'm trying to warn y'all, because it's impacting folks. It's impacting folks. But why did that brother have to say that? Chosen by God. I mean, did you hear the? Yes, up and down. But what about the last 4 years? My grocery prices were ridiculous. Folks find so many excuses to try and defend this guy, but you know what? They will forever refuse to be considered. Hey, No, we're right. We're right. Come on, it's just it takes time. Here's what I always have to say, y'all. Let's stop being hypocrites. Well, not us in general, but I'm talking to these Michigan Trump voters, because let that would have been Kamala Harris or any person on the left in the first 100 days in this state and age, you know good and damn well that they would have been hitting the ceilings 24/7. Oh my goodness, this is ridiculous. So the fact of saying, give him some time, give him some time. This day his first rodeo, y'all. This is his second term. Okay? Second term. So stop acting like he's a rookie at this and just give him some time. Just give him some time. Nope. Ain't no time. For one, he said it in his own speeches. He promised you, when I'm first elected, you will see this, you will see that. It'll be bigger, better than ever, because we have billions and millions and trillions and billions and billions of dollars in debt and this and that and that. And all he's doing is screwing it up even more. And then, I gotta keep on. I gotta go after the brother. I'm sorry, because out of all these folks, there was of course that one black guy that is a diehard, and he said, he built so many great empires. Like what? His casinos, the ones that flopped. Casinos supposed to run. It runs itself. How do you fail in casinos? All right. You mean Trump University? The scam that folks had no clue where their tuition went to? Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. He's a genius. He is a genius. What about his UFL team? Oh, no, that didn't work out. Okay. Trump Steaks? No. Come on now, people. Got to do better. Matter of fact, hold on. Let me give you even a better list, because I feel as though I'm being kind right now by just naming just a few. All righty. So we have Trump Steaks. It was discontinued after poor sales. That was in 2007, and I already mentioned about Trump University from 2005 to 2010, right? It was shut down after lawsuits alleged fraud. Trump settled for $25 million in 2016. And remember, when you settle, is that a sign of innocence or is that a sign of guiltiness? I say guilty. Trump Vodka. Ooh. This one right here, production ceased due to lack of consumer interest. All righty. Trump Airlines. The airlines defaulted on loans and was taken over by creditors. Let's see here. Trump Mortgage. Now, mind, these businesses lasted less than 5 years. All right. Trump Mortgage closed within a year due to poor management and economic conditions. Okay. Trump Magazine folded due to the recession and lack of advertising revenue. So nobody wanted to work with them. Almost cussed there. Trump Ice eventually discontinued and is no longer okay. Trump Network. Just the list goes on and on and on and on. Y'all, what empire did he build? Now, I'll give him credit on creating MAGA, making MAGA the brand that it is today. I'll give him that, because it's a movement that is one of the most insane movements in my opinion, but it is a movement. But stop saying this man he inherited money. And guess what? With interest, it continues to grow. But he is nowhere near. He says he's worth this much. He ain't really worth that much. So y'all keep on, going with the whole okey doke. It's all a bunch of crap. And it's so laughable, because you have folks that look at him as like the saving grace. There was a clip, matter of fact, showing him and his televangelist crooked folks, the folks that make money off the Lord and off of the weak and innocent. You have folks singing Amazing Grace. They're standing up saying Amazing Grace. This man is sitting down like, yeah, just sing it to me. He ain't singing a word. He is sitting down while they're standing up and praise. And I'm like, it's weird. Like, what They are praising. They're not praising the Lord above. They're praising Him by using the term, by using the Lord's name of it. Oh, did we just we they? It's disgusting. It is disgusting. Before I move on, move on to the next one. Let me just read you a little bit of this in contents. Says here that late March survey showed a late survey of around a little over 1,000 adults. 40% of Republicans now access the state of economy as excellent or good, while 46% viewed it as not so good, an additional 9% as poor. Now, additionally, the majority of adults, 58%, believe Trump's policies will result in higher inflation, with the number of Republicans believing the president will reduce inflation declining from 76% to its 62%. So, again, the folks have spoken. The folks have spoken, and so many folks are just, they're not happy. They're not happy and they're worried, and that's happening on both sides. And again, I always say, keep it in prayer. Keep it in prayer. Before I leave out of the Trump thing, so remember when I showed you that poll of disapproval, of course he's going to be pointing the fingers, putting out the blame game, because that's what he does, the blame game. And so now I'm going to move this over to a new conversation of how much Trump hates Fox News, which again is no shocker. It's no shocker because they hated him when they first announced early about when he lost the election from Joe Biden, which still to this day he hasn't conceded the election. He's gonna forever say that it was rigged and that he won. I mean, he's a sore loser. That's what he is. That's his job description. That is his most experience I've ever seen. When you want to hire a sore loser, I know a good guy. I know a guy that can be excellent at the job. Employee of the month or of the year. Like he is experienced in that position as a sore loser. Let me go ahead and share you this soundbite from Stephen Miller. Stephen Miller, White House Chief of Staff, White House Deputy Chief of Staff. He was recently on Fox News, and he had to kind of stop the reporter from Fox News to say, hey, look, I hate to make this a little awkward, but your poster needs to be fired. He's always been bad at the posters. He's making my president look bad, and he needs to be punished. He needs to be let go. He needs to be fired. Fired. Anybody that criticizes this guy, he whines. He says, oh, they're the worst. Where is the worst poster anyway? He's not even that good. I don't know why he even had how to get his job. One of the worst posters ever. Are you kidding me? I mean, it's insane. And now you had well, hold on. Let me play this clip, and then I'll share you some more stuff that I've come across in regards to the Trump administration and Trump alone criticizing Fox News after announcing this poll of that he has a low approval rating. Let me in his first 100 days. So let me go ahead and show you this soundbite real quick.
He's sort of underwater, and particularly on the economy, tariffs, and inflation, he's well underwater. You've still got some work to do on that front, on the economy and lowering prices. What do you say?
Well, I don't want to make things awkward for you, John, but it is our opinion that Fox News needs to fire its pollster. And I won't surprise you with that. I don't think you're surprised that I'm saying that, but the Fox News pollster has always been wrong about President Trump. They were the ones that said all summer long that Kamala Harris was going to be the 47th president of the United States. So we don't acknowledge any of that polling. But
he's sort of underwater, in particular.
So here's the thing. Once again, this is not how an administration is supposed to even act. For one, why do you get so freaking? Why do you whine so much? I'm trying to use my words wisely, y'all. Why do they whine so much and they care more about that rather than just saying, well, hey, look, I don't agree with that Pollster, I think we're doing great. But the fact he says you need to fire that pollster because he's lying. Like, I mean, it's what are we, folks? 5? And you know what's funny? So Trump had the administration, Caroline Levitt, they're making her job a lot easier because they bring on MAGA influencers to ask questions in the press room, which in my opinion is disgraceful, dishonest to the American people. When you have these butt kissers, coming in that don't know a thing or two about journalism. Look, I don't know a lot about journalism. But when it comes to, you have folks that just literally do nothing besides praising. Remember, I shared a clip a while back to you all of this lady asking the question, what is his regimen? Because he looks in better shape than his last stint. Like, what is the secret? He is just in great shape. How does he stay so fit? Did she just ask that question? Did she just ask what I think she just asked? How does he stay so? Lord have mercy. So here's the thing. There was a former Fox News host, Eric Bolin. He was one of the original members of a show called The Five, which is Fox News' highest rated show, where you have 4 strong conservatives, right-wing conservatives, and 1 liberal. It's basically their version of The View, just flip it around. And which I really can't stand shows like that. I'll be honest. I watch them both because I'm fascinated with them, but I really don't like the concept. I think it's unfair because when you start seeing 4 on 1, it's just doesn't make any sense in my opinion. And it's not reality. It's not fair for people to witness that on TV. It's trash TV in my opinion. But Eric Bolin was let go from Fox News in 2017 off of alleged sexual misconduct or allegations, right? They're all allegations. And so he was fired. He was let go. From there, he was, trying to find his path, trying to find his way. He was doing a little bit of media here and there. Then he went on to another far right. He went to Newsmax. That didn't last long. Called that a joke. Now he's doing a YouTube show on another far right wing network, and he's in there, right, looking crazy as I don't know what. And he asked, like, are you going to open an investigation over Fox News? Because he just wants to continue to blast them. I mean, it's a joke, man. It's such a circus, and it's disgraceful in my opinion. It's no way you don't receive the right information. All you're receiving is lies. And so it's like, what are we doing here, people? What are we doing here? Look, my friends, we're gonna take a quick commercial break. We have a lot more show for you here on the Arrington Gavin Show, so please do not go anywhere. We'll be back after these commercial breaks.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to
And we still in traffic.
Don't look familiar, do I? Not in this seat.
Hey, what's that you listening to?
Here to host today.
Hey, turn it up.
Yeah, this that new Goat Verse app. I got you.
So y'all want to know where the goats are? They're off on the sidelines.
Looking for fresh, relevant content wherever you go?
What was the name of the app he said?
Introducing GoatVerse TV.
GoatVerse, that's what it's called.
The free streaming app that brings you the best podcasts, current events, and thought-provoking opinions all in one place. Download it now from the Apple Store or Play Store. In Goats, we trust.
What's happening? All right, y'all. Well, look, let's move away from politics for a split second, and I want to get into sports. So one thing that has caught my attention, rapper Slim Thug, Houston, Texas native, and I'm joking. That was a bad Slim Thug accent, but he recently had shared on his social media his frustration of lack of diversity in NFL ownership. He's saying there's not a lot of black owners in the NFL, and they should, all black wealthy and blacks, black folks of with high influence and wealth should create their own NFL. Now, I see where I agree with his stance as far as, hey, look, creating a conglomerate of just we need to have our own, right? We need to come together, put our money together, and have our own. The NFL is one of the most lucrative and highest revenue, generated sport of all time. It makes tons of money, probably more than the NBA, in my opinion. I truly believe that. The NFL they make their money on the backs of African Americans, of people of color, right? There's majority black athletes in the NFL. Then there is white, Asian, American, Hispanic American. Like there's predominantly black folks that are making that are playing in professional football. But when we look in the ownership box, it's majority white, old white money. Oh, I mean, they got that money that never goes away. Okay, and the issue with why this is continuing to build up in our conversations now, because the NFL used to be that sport to hide a lot of injuries, right? They you get a lot of past players that sue the NFL due to hey, look, there were times where I should never have played because I got banged up, I was wobbling and stuff, and you said I was good, and so you just boom, you got a doctor's clearance that said, but even the doctors were getting paid, right? They were saying, well, he's good to go, and it wasn't safe. The NFL is one of the most gruesome sports of our era, of our generation, right? Folks left and right. The average career in the NFL, if I'm not mistaken, is like maybe 2 years, 2.5. Folks do not live long when they retire. Folks do not live long, and it's a dangerous sport. When you look at players killing themselves to make money, literally, I mean, it's a gruesome sport. They're killing themselves to make money, and who do you see in the press boxes, right? You see white men and white wealthy billionaires and millionaires sitting together, enjoying champagne, this and that, kicking back, enjoying themselves, enjoying the entertainment, right? That sometimes gives also a bad look. So what Slim Thug is saying, start your own league. Now, what I disagree with him with that is you don't need to start your own league. You've already made the money. Now what you need to do is gather investment groups. Gather as many investment groups as you can that can afford to buy out some of these teams, or enough to start another expansion team. But most certainly see who you can buy out for one, and see which city or state could use a pro football team. To me, it will be a long time coming to just say, okay, let's just create our own league. Because I mean, the only thing that's going to change is just all the money's going to be going into the black community. But why do that? All your best athletes are in the NFL. The athletes that are going to make you money are in the NFL. So all you have to do is just come together and create some investment groups. Now, when you look at the list of black billionaires, I mean, there's a large number of them. Even black multimillionaires, there's a large number of them that can easily say, okay, look, if we start an investment group, come on. I'm still wondering what has been the holdup. What has been the holdup with that? I want to ask you all, what's your thoughts on this? Right? Is Slim Thug right? Should black people, should we start our own NFL, or would you like my take? Just gather. You need more investment groups, opportunities to bring multiple groups of wealthy African Americans and say, hey, look, let's go ahead and make a bid for a team. Let's go ahead and start our own expansion. Why not? Why not? To me, that's a better route, in my opinion. Let me go ahead and digress from this story and move it on to another story involving Falcons defensive coordinator. What is the gentleman's name? Gentleman's name is Jeff Ulbrich, who recently had to pay a hefty fine due to his son's stupid decision to prank phone call Shedeur Sanders, son of NFL Hall of Famer, Super Bowl champ Deion, and current Colorado head football coach Deion Sanders, during the NFL draft, because we were all on the edge of our seat. Okay, who's going to draft who? When is he going to get drafted? This is any other. At first he was predicted to be top 5. Then he was predicted to be the top 15. Then top 20. Then the first round was gone. Second round was gone. Third round pass. Fourth round pass, and then boom, 5th round, 144th pick. Damn, nobody saw that coming. No one saw that coming. So of course, backlash hits is the fact that, well, he was bringing off a cockiness, so that really hurt him in the long run. A lot of folks are saying, well, this is the NFL getting back at Deion Sanders, right? Because he was that head case there, and he was unstoppable. So now it's like, okay, let's take it out on his kids. I mean, it's really a bit bizarre both ways. But this case right here, man, you talking about if that was my kids, somebody, they gonna be homeless. They're gonna be homeless, or they would have to bail me out of jail, because that right there is uncalled for. For one, your stupidity cost me 300. I'm sorry, it cost me it cost me $350,000, $100,000 coming out of my pocket alone, and then $250,000 coming out of my employer. Whoa! Let me go ahead and play this clip of the defensive coordinator apologizing to Shedeur for the wrongdoing. Let me go ahead and play that for you.
First of all, I'd like to publicly apologize to Shedeur and the Sanders family for what occurred. Second of all, I want to publicly apologize to Terry Fontenot, Raheem Morris, and the entire Falcons organization. My actions of not protecting confidential data were inexcusable. My son's actions were absolutely inexcusable. And for that, we are both deeply sorry. The NFL has taken action, and I fully respect the punishment. We take full responsibility, my son and myself, and we will not peel you the fine in any way. I promise my son and I will work hard to demonstrate we are better than this. Again, I'm deeply sorry for our actions. First of all,
here's my thing. Where's your son at? Because you didn't do the prank call. Your son did. Now, you were, I'm sorry, very careless enough to leave your business phone free and easy to access for your kid to just say, oh, let me go ahead and prank call Shedeur Sanders. Ridiculous, man. That's crazy. But where was your son at? Your son should have been there. Your son should have been there to apologize, not you. You already apologizing out of your pocket. Your son should have physically made, because hey, you embarrassed the kids' dream. It is, how heartless can you be? How heartless can you be to say, hey, okay, look, this kid's put in the work since he was a kid, since he was a youngin', and now he's made to this level to get drafted, and you want to act a fool and ruin this dude's career or just ruin his moment and make him more embarrassed than he already is. I mean, folks do some childish-ish, I tell you, very childish. But you know what? I guarantee that joker gonna be grounded for the remainder of the year. I tell you that much. Look, for $350,000, $100,000 coming out of your dad's pocket, $250,000 coming out of his employer's pocket. I mean, my friends, when are these folks gonna learn? When are these folks gonna learn? I couldn't believe that. So yeah, man. Yeah, man. Let me see how much time do I have left. I'm looking at my time. Let me go ahead and got another story I want to share with you all. Let's digress and move it on to some entertainment news. All right. Oh, by the way, I wasn't too finished with sports, but Shedeur Sanders actually had the last laugh. Why? Because Shedeur Sanders, his rookie jersey was recently announced as NFL's best-selling, first ever for a fifth-round draft pick. Says here that despite the seemingly sending clear message by letting the talent quarterback slip all the way to fifth round, Sanders has already proven his doubters wrong. Where it truly counts, and that's with their wallets. So the Cleveland Browns' newest quarterback now boasts the highest selling jersey among all 2025 draft picks, including Travis Hunter, Sanders' former Colorado teammate, who went number 2 overall to Jacksonville, and even Tennessee's Cam Ward in the draft overall. Now, the son of the NFL legend sat through the 4 rounds, says here, during the draft, watching 5 other quarterbacks get selected before him. Those quarterbacks were Cam Ward, number 1, Jason Dart, number 25, Tyler Show, number 40, and then Jalen Milroe, number 92, as well as Dylan Gabriel, number 94. Despite being widely projected as a top 10 talent for much of the previous year. But again, I think this is America saying, regardless of where he got drafted from, the fan base is still there. The fan base is going to stick with you, right? Throughout the whole time. Now, I'll be curious. Look, they showed the Cleveland Browns quarterbacks currently, and it's a lot of them. It's like 5 of them, and they have Shedeur at number 5 as their 5th quarterback. So let's see on the opportunity. Let's see if it will get pushed up or moved up in the depth chart. It'll be interesting to see. He is a talented individual. He is the legacy of one of the greatest athletes, not even just greatest football players, but greatest athletes. Because remember, Deion did 15 years in the NFL. In addition to that, he did 7 years. In the midst of that career, he also played in the major leagues. He played in the Major League Baseball for about 7 years. So this man was a 2-sport athlete, pro sport athlete, both sides. No one does that anymore. Deion did, and he also became a hell of a football coach. He took 2 programs to becoming winning programs. He took one to multiple multiple championship titles. Changed the culture in Jackson, Mississippi, for Jackson State, for HBCU sports. You named it. He changed the game. So again, I commend him for not just being a great parent, but a great coach. And hey, the best is to come for his kids. I'm trying to tell you, watch out for them kids. Let's see here. Last final convo. We gonna bring it up here, y'all. Let's move it on to some entertainment news. So one of my favorite sitcoms, I don't know about you, but one of my favorite sitcoms is Living Singles. I don't know if you remember the 90s sitcoms. It was on for about five years, and it starred it starred Queen Latifah, Kim Coles, Erica Alexander, Kim Fields. I think that said it all. TC Carson, Overton. I'm forgetting who played Overton. Lord have mercy. It was a dope show. It was an historic show that I highly recommend. If y'all haven't seen it yet, you need to watch it. But anyway, big news that was just announced. They will be starting their own podcast. Co-stars Erica Alexander and Kim Coles launched a nostalgic podcast for fans of the 90s sitcom Living Singles. It says here that they're bringing back Living Singles with the new podcast Reliving Single, which is going to be premiering very soon. The unofficial official rewatch podcast dives deep into behind-the-scenes stories, untold moments, and heartfelt reflections from the iconic 90s sitcom. Now, this is produced in collaboration with Kevin Hart's Heartbeat and Alexander's Color Farm Media. The show promises appearances from original cast members and candid conversations the fans have been craving. It says here, Coles had said, the people always want more. She recently shared on the Sherry Shepherd Show. So Erica and I and Heartbeat have teamed up to give you more. How about the Reliving Single podcast? I mean, for one, how genius is Kevin Hart? People fall asleep on Kevin Hart. When I tell you, this man continues to expand his portfolio, and he does it in the right way. Like, everything he touches is turning to gold. Literally everything he touches it turns into platinum. Not even gold, it turns into platinum. He has a Sirius XM channel. He has his own production movie company. He has his own spirit company. Now he's working with folks. He's giving his people jobs. All right. This is a podcast that I would not want to ever end, because obviously we're always talking about a revival of some sorts with the podcast. Well, with the show Living Singles. And I think in this space, man, we need some more we need that right now. Laugh Out Loud Network. Yeah, Kevin Hart has a Laugh Out Loud Network. Kevin Hart got so much stuff. He got so much stuff. Can I just borrow a couple dollars? Just a couple million, man. Not even I say a couple dollars, but really, I'm talking about in the millions. Give me like 2.5. Give me like 2.5, maybe 3 million. I appreciate it. I would appreciate if you can just lend a brother some stuff. Look, I do good. I work hard. You know what I mean? Let's give me something. But no, I'm excited about this. I'm really excited about this. And I mean, this is a Black Excellence Report right here. I've actually had the opportunity to meet Kim Coles years and years ago. I was at a conference in Atlanta, and one of my at the time a person from my management media team had just said, hey, look, you want to go behind the scenes to a show called the Sister Circle? And I'm like, oh, sure. Why not? And at that time, for those who are unaware of what Sister Circle was, Sister Circle was a daytime talk show that aired on TV One and other stations. It was aired out of Atlanta, and it was dope. It had 5 ladies from all different backgrounds, and they talked about everything. They had you name it, and it was dope. So I was behind the scenes, sitting behind the camera. They really didn't do it in front of a live crowd, but I sat behind the camera, and it was cool. It was a good time. Had the opportunity to meet because she was guest co-hosting Kim Coles, and I had a picture with her. Got to meet her, just really, really dope. Then went to grab lunch somewhere, ran into her again, and it was just it was dope. It was dope. She's a great person. She's visited my hometown before, emceeing at events and stuff. She is an awesome individual and an iconic figure. No, everybody will forever love her role in all their roles in Living Singles. My friends, as always, the time has come. Y'all take care. Peace and blessings. I will see you next time for another great episode of the Arrington Gavin Show.
That's it for tonight on the Arrington Gavin Show. Thanks for tapping in and keeping the conversation alive. Don't forget, stay connected with us on all platforms. Follow at Arrington Gavin on Instagram, Blue Sky, and X, and subscribe to the official Substack for exclusive takes and deep dives you won't get anywhere else. We're here every weeknight, same time, same energy, same real talk. Until next time, stay bold, stay sharp, and stay true. That's what we do on the Arrington Gavin Show. Peace.